This is Head Bustin' Boxing, and we are back in the house. And got to talk about some of the boxing this weekend. And no, this isn't about Lomachenko in the 135-pound division. No. This is about the women. And Savannah Marshall fought on the undercard of the Lomachenko-Campbell fight, and she fought Danielle Basteri. And it was a very competitive fight. Not quite as competitive as I would have liked, but we did get to see that Savannah Marshall is serious. I've seen her fight several times, and yes, she is the real deal. Basteri, she showed heart. You know, she was competitive. She came to fight. She got a couple shots in, but like I said, Savannah Marshall, she's showing her pedigree. She's an Olympian, a long-time amateur fighter, has over 60 amateur bouts, I believe, and she's been all over the world competing. So she showed that she's just in another class, and that was a beautiful left hand right there. But like I said, Danielle was game, but she was just getting overwhelmed. And eventually the referee had to step in and shut it down. It was starting to become a beat down. And she hit the canvas, and the referee jumped in, and he at least gave it a count, but it looked like he was about to stop it anyway. And eventually that's what he did. He went ahead and shut it down. She had had enough. And like I said, Savannah Marshall, she is the real deal. And she's trained by Peter Fury, and she's very schooled. She can counter punch, she can bang on the inside, she does body work, she does a little bit of everything. And good head movement. She will be reckoned with in the super middleweight division, and we know that she has her eyes set on some straps. And there's several women that she could take aim of, one being Ellen Cederroos, the IBF champion, and the other one that I would believe she would shoot for is WBC champion Franchon Cruz, who also hard hitting and whatnot. But the person that I would be looking to fight, if I'm trying to make a splash, now don't get me wrong, you can get the belts from the other two. But if I'm trying to make a splash at 168, the woman I'm looking at is Alicia Napoleon. And the beautiful Alicia Napoleon already has somewhat of a following. She acts, she models, so she has a name somewhat outside of boxing. And if you're trying to put on an event, because at the end of the day, we're talking about events, you want to be in there with a name, and her name actually sticks out somewhat. And eventually both fighters would like to take on Clarissa Shields. Matter of fact, Napoleon defended her portion of the 168-pound title this weekend also. And in the main female attraction of DeBellis Entertainment's Brooklyn Boxing at Foxworth Casino and Resort in Connecticut, world champion Alicia the Empress Napoleon Espinosa, who's 12-1 with 7 KOs, successfully defended her WBA super middleweight title for the third time with the 4th round TKO over previously unbeaten Shamel the Real Deal Baldwin. A huge third round saw Napoleon trap the challenger in her corner and unleashed almost 60 seconds of head and body shots. Baldwin survived the barrage, only to be trapped again in the 4th round before the referee stopped the bout. So both women got the win this weekend, but Alicia's actually a champion. And like I said, if I'm Savannah Marshall, that's the one who I'm looking at to fight at 168. The other two women, Cruz and Cederroos, you can get them as well, because the way Savannah Marshall been lighting these girls up, she could mess around and get all three of them in 1 year. But Alicia Napoleon ain't nothing to play with. Matter of fact, none of the women are. All three of them are champions, and you don't want to take any champions light. But I think Alicia Napoleon would be the perfect fight for her, because once again, you want an actual event. And Matchroom and DeBella, that would be a nice match. Two companies to work together in previous times, so the fight should be makeable, and maybe both ladies can make a decent purse off of it as well. And that might actually get the attention of Claressa Shields, because at the end of the day, both women want Claressa Shields, and Savannah Marshall actually beat Claressa Shields in the amateurs. And so a win over Savannah Marshall for Alicia Napoleon would go a long way. Also, a win for Savannah Marshall over Alicia Napoleon would get her a strap, and that would be more enticing to get Claressa Shields back in the ring. But we know as of right now, she's trying to handle business at 154 against Ivana Habazine, and then after that, more than likely, she will either try to set up a fight, a rematch with Hannah Gabriels, or possibly get Cecilia Breakers in the ring. But who knows, if Savannah can clean out 168, possibly she can get her back at 168, or if Alicia Napoleon can clean out 168 and possibly beat the woman that beat the woman, maybe that'll draw her back to 168 to fight as well. But that's pretty much all I got. If you would like to make a donation to the channel, click on the PayPal button on the home screen in the upper right hand corner. It will be near Triple G's chest, or you can scroll down below the video in the description and click on the PayPal link, and you can make a contribution that way, whether it's 50 cents or $50. Every little bit counts. The channel's only been up and running for about 4 months, so we're still in our infancy stage. But also hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Could you see either of these women stepping in the ring with Claressa Shields? Me personally, I think Alicia needs a little more seasoning, so she needs to stay active. But you can see she's game. She has some things that she's working with. Good head movement, good footwork, a decent jab, and need to work on the accuracy a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, Savannah Marshall, I think she might be a little slow to be in the ring with Claressa, but then again, she beat her already, so who knows. But as of right now, I think she needs to be a little more active too, which is the reason why she left the Mayweather gym. She felt like she wasn't getting enough fights in, and she just got to get more recognition, and I believe she probably will get in the ring with Claressa Shields, just off the fact that Claressa gonna want that payback for that L that she handled her back in the day. But anyway, this is Hair Bustin' Boxing's own Fight Doctor. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. This is Hair Bustin' Boxing's own Fight Doctor. I am out.